Good morning, dear students. Yesterday, I have sent the assignment. Only a couple of students have been told that they have done the assignments related to kinetic theory of gases. So, how many of you have started it, beta? Chalo. See the first question, beta. Equation of an ideal gas is PV is equals to RT, PV to the power of X constant, Cp minus Cv is equals to R, none. Obviously, very simple question. PV is equals to N into RT, and value is 1. So, first option is the answer for this one. Next one is temperature and pressure of 2 gram of oxygen are 27 degrees centigrade and 76 centimeter of mercury. Then volume of the gas is, we have got the temperature of 2 grams of oxygen at 27 degrees centigrade and also the 76 centimeter of mercury. Then he's asking you to calculate the volume. So you can use this relation. PV is equals to N into RT because number of moles is being given for me. So I can use this relation. PV is equals to N into RT. We need the volume. So from this I can write V is equals to N into R into T divided by your pressure. Number of moles is given how much for me, beta? 2. R value is equals to how much for me? 8.3 into temperature is how much? 27 degrees centigrade. Convert that one into Kelvin. So it is 27 plus 273. So that will come out for me how much? 300. Divided by pressure. Pressure is how much? 76 centimeter of mercury column. So 76 centimeter of mercury column means absolute pressure. Okay. Oxygen at 27 degrees centigrade and 76 centimeter of mercury column. That means he has given me the height. Pressure will be equal to H rho G. That is approximately how much for me right now, beta? Pressure 2 grams is given. So grams is gabati. So number of moles means I can write as of your mass by your molecular weight. Mass I have taken 2. Molecular weight of your oxygen is how much for me, beta? 32. And atmospheric pressure will be equal to 10 to the power of 5. Okay. So you can just check with the calculation. You will be getting the answer related to this question. Okay. I've already sent the key. You can just cross check it. Next one. In which condition a real gas behaves as an ideal gas? Anyone? A real gas behave like an ideal gas at a high temperature and low pressure. A high temperature and low pressure. So it is at high temperature. High temperature. Is there any high temperature? No, it is high pressure and low pressure. And low pressure. So obviously third option will be the answer. In which condition real gas behaves as an ideal gas at a high temperature and low pressure. Okay? Next one. Question number 4. In which condition a real gas behaves as an ideal gas? Obviously, listener told you right now at high temperature and low pressure. So high temperature, low temperature, absolute zero, none. So it should be your high temperature. Which of the following parameter does not characterize the thermodynamic state of matter? Temperature, pressure, volume, and work part of a relation. Can anyone beta? PV is equals to nRT is the relation. So we need to talk about pressure. We need to talk about volume. We need to talk about your temperature. But we don't take the work as of your parameter for that one. So obviously the answer for this one comes out for me how much? D. Next one, a real gas behave like an ideal gas. This is also something very important you need to remember. A real gas behave always like an ideal gas at high temperature and low pressure. At high temperature and low pressure. Where is in high temperature, high pressure, high temperature, low pressure? Yeah, C will be the answer for this. See how many times? 3 times it has been occurred. Easy question. In the tomorrow examination, you don't get confused. Very simple question. Don't expect that paper will be very tough. So make sure this are in your brain whenever you're doing the theory related to the kinetic theory of gases. So next one. Two non-reactive monoatomic ideal gases have their atomic masses in the ratio 2:3. The ratio of their partial pressures when enclosed in a vessel kept at a constant temperature is 4:3. The ratio of their densities will be equal to how much? This is also something really very good question. You've got two non-reactive monoatomic ideal gases which are having their atomic masses in the ratio 2:3. So the ratio of their partial pressures when enclosed in a vessel kept at a constant temperature. Temperature is kept constant. The ratio of their partial pressures is found to be 4:3. So he's asking the ratio of their densities. I hope you might have been got an idea. We need to use an ideal gas equation and we need to convert the quantities in terms of your density. So let me just take one. Sorry. Sure. So it was question number 7. Question number 7. Can anyone tell me the beta relation for me? Can anyone give me the relation? What relation I can use there, beta? PV is equals to your N into R into D. You know that density is equals to mass by your volume. So I can write here volume is equals to your mass by your density. So it is now pressure, volume is equals to mass by your density, that is equals to N into R into T. Okay. So number of moles I can write in terms of this is a PM by your rho is equals to N is equals to mass by your molecular weight into capital R into absolute temperature. This one will get cancelled. So ultimately rho will be equal to how much? Rho is equals to your, I can write the relation right now. He's asking what means the problem? Density of pressure. The ratio of their partial pressure is given for me. The ratio of their densities is asking right now. Okay. So densities means I can write here rho is equals to your how much for me? P into your capital M divided by your R into your T. Okay. So I can write from this relation rho 1 by your rho 2 is equals to your P1 divided by your P2 into molecular weights. If I'm writing right now for this one, this will be equal to your M1 divided by your M. Okay. So what is going in the problem right now for me? Non-reactive ideal atoms have their atomic masses in the ratio 2:3. That means this one is 2:3. This one is 2/3. And pressure is how much for me? Partial pressures are 4:3. So this will be 4/3. So what will be the answer? 4 2 is 8, 3 3 is 9. So rho 1 by rho 2 will be equal to 8:9. 8:9. That's it. Sure. Next one. The temperature of an ideal gas at an absolute pressure is 300 Kelvin and volume is 1 meter cube. If the temperature and volume becomes double, then the pressure will be equal to your how much? Again, same ideal gas equation. PV is equals to your nRT part of relation. I need to use the pressure relation right now. So the temperature of an ideal gas at absolute pressure is 300 Kelvin and volume is given as 1 meter cube. If the temperature and volume becomes double, then what happens to the pressure? So this is something like this.
P1 by T1 is equal to P2
Yeah,
V2 by T2.
very good. So if I can use the relation PV is equals to nRT, P1 V1 divided by your T1 must be equal to your P2 V2 divided by your T2. So we need to calculate the value of P2. So P2 will become for me how much? P1 V1 into your T2 divided by your T1 into your V2 part. So from the given data, whatever he has given the relation, atmospheric pressure will be equal to how much for me? 10 to the power of 5. Volume is given as 1 meter cube into temperature is given as of your how much beta?
Doubled
300 Kelvin and it is doubled. That means this will become for me 600.
600.
Divided by temperature 2 and the volume is how much right now for me?
T1 300.
Given atmospheric pressure is this one. Atmospheric pressure.
Atmospheric pressure is 10 power 5.
So temperature is how much for me?
T1 is 300.
T1 is 300. Okay. T1 is 300. Sorry, this one. Yeah, this one is your 300 into what is V2? Volume is also doubled. In the initial volume is
Yes.
V1 is equals to 1. So obviously V2 will become for me 2.
2 times of
Temperature
1.
T1 was your 300. Now it was doubled. T2 was equals to 600. So this one and this one is been gone right now for me. How much I'm getting beta? 10 to the power
10
of
power
5.
5.
This one is nothing but 3 to the 6. So this one is also gone. So this one is 10 to the power of 5. Unit is Newton per meter square. Yeah. So it is 10 to the power of 5. First option will be the answer for this one. Okay. Chalo. Next question. At what temperature the volume of an ideal gas at 0 degrees centigrade becomes a triple, is asking. Can anyone? At what temperature the volume of an ideal gas at 0 degrees centigrade becomes a triple? At what temperature? Relation between your volume and temperature. Because he's using an ideal gas equation. So when I'm using an ideal gas equation, so you can write here right now. Yeah. So we know the relation PV is equals to NR into T. So from this one, I can write V by T is equals to N into R divided by P. So this is totally a constant right now. N is a constant, R is a constant, pressure is also constant. So I can write the relation right now. PV is equals to constant. So it is V1 by T1 must be equal to V2 by your T2. So obviously from this one, I can write T2 is equals to V2 into T1 divided by V1. So T2 ka value ho jayega. This will become for me. V2 is how much for me, beta?
3 times.
3 times. So it is asking me to become triple. So this will become for me 3V, and original volume is nothing but of your V. And temperature is how much right now for me? Temperature is at 0 degrees centigrade. So obviously that will become for me
273.
273 Kelvin. So this one gets cancelled. 273 into 3. How much? 3 3s are 9. This one is 7 3s are 21. So it is 1. And here 2, 2 3 2s are 6, 7, 8. So it will be your 819 Kelvin. So this should be the answer for that one. Answer is given in degree centigrade. So it is 819 minus 273. So it is here right now 9 minus
6.
3, that is nothing but 6. And this is 7 14. So 14 is 7 gaya. So this will become for me 4.
4.
So 7 में से 2 गया तो 5. So ये हो गया
5.
546 degree centigrade. Is it clear?
Yes.
Chalo, very good. Then question number 9. Question number 9. Just now we did it, no? So it is 546. Chalo. 2 balloons are being filled, one with pure helium gas and the other by an air. Respectively, if the pressure and temperature of these balloons are same, then the number of molecules per unit volume is. This is something again very important for the NEET type of students. So
Same.
yeah. So what is the given condition I can write for this one, beta? You have got 2 balloons which have been filled, one with pure helium gas and other by an air, respectively. If the pressure and temperature of these balloons are the same, then the number of molecules per unit volume will be equal to your how much? How do you calculate the number of molecules per unit volume, beta? From the relation PV is equals to your nRT, PV is equals to nR into T. Is asking me to calculate right now for me what? The number of molecules per unit volume. This is N and this is V. That means N by V is asking. So N by V is equals to, this will become for me P, this is R and this is T. So this is totally a constant right now. So N by V, the pressure and temperature are same. So the number of molecules per unit volume will also remain for me same. So what will be the answer for this one? It should be same in both the balloons. Is it clear? Sure. And this graph question is also really very important. In the given VT graph, what is the relation between P1 and P2 part of relation? Can anyone better? This is
P1 is
volume
more.
temperature. Yeah, volume versus temperature graph. So that means VT will become for me what? Constant. So from
Constant.
adding this equation, PV is equals to your constant. That means V by T is nothing but what? Tan theta. So tan theta is equals to this constant is how much beta? N into your R divided by your P. N is a constant, R is a constant right now. So tan theta is inversely proportional to the pressure. So if it is making an angle theta 1 here, and this one is your theta 2 right now here. So obviously tan theta is inversely proportional to your pressure. So I can write now from the given condition, slope of your 2 is greater than slope of your 1. So theta 2 is greater than theta 1. So it is inversely proportional. So obviously P1 will be greater than of your P2. And then which are the relation between this one? So if tan theta is inversely proportional to your P. So what I can write here? So I can write here P1, P2 is lesser than of your P, inversely proportional, isn't it? So P2 greater than, not possible. P2 lesser than P1. P1 is equal to P2. So this will be the answer. Very good question, beta. Next one. This is already asked in NEET 2015. Two vessels separately containing two ideal gases, A and B at the same temperature, the pressure of A being twice that of the B. Under such condition, the density of A is found to be 1.5 times the density of B. Then the ratio of molecular weight of your A and as well as of your B will be equal to how much? So what we have got in this one is densities. I just wrote the formula in terms of density just now somewhere. I didn't remember it. Yeah, somewhere here. The density, in terms of density, the relation what I got is this one, rho is equals to, this is your formula, rho is equals to Pm divided by RT. You can use this relation directly. So this I can use directly here. This is which question, beta? Question number 12. Yeah. So two vessels separately contains two ideal gases A and B at same temperatures and pressure of your A being twice that of your B. Under such conditions, the density of A is found to be 1.5 times the density of your B. Then the ratio of molecular weights of air A and B will be equal to how much? So formula is density is equals to your Pm divided by RT. Pm divided by RT. So I can write the density for the first molecule, that will be equal to Pa Ma, molecular weight of your A, divided by R into T. Then density of your B will be equal to your pressure at your B, molecular weight of your B, divided by R into T. This is also molecular weight beta. This is also molecular weight. So I can write now the relation for this one. Pa divided by your Pb, pressure at your A, pressure at your B will be equal to density of your A divided by density of your B, and this one will be equal to mass of your B divided by mass of your A. Isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, correct. So I can write from this one, we need the mass of your A divided by mass of your B. Isn't it? So what is the ratio he has given for me?
1 to 1.5.
1.5 means it will be equal to how much for me? 3 by 2. That is what for me? Density. Density is given as 1.5 divided by 1 into then Pa by your Pb. That means it will become inverse relation. Yeah. That is how much right now ratio. Another one. The pressure of A being the twice that of your B.
B.
That means it will become for me 1 by 2. I hope you got it. This is 2 by 1. This is your 1.5. This is 1.5. Then this is 1. So I'm just cross multiplying it. I'm getting this one. So 1.5 is nothing but 3 by 2 into 1 by 2. So this will become for me 3 by 4. So 12th one should be 3 by 4. Okay, very good. The equation of a state 5 gram of oxygen at a pressure T and temperature T when occupying a volume V will be equal to how much? PV is equals to 5 by 32 RT, PV is equals to 5 RT, PV is equals to 5 by 2 RT, and PV is equals to 5 by 16. Which one better?
First
5 grams of your oxygen. Yeah, N can be written as of your small m by your capital. Small m is given 5. Oxygen is nothing but 32. 5 by 32 it should be. That means A. Boyle's law is applicable for an adiabatic process, isothermal process, isobaric process. Obviously, very simple condition. Boyle's law is at your constant temperature. So when temperature is your constant, obviously it will be what type of a process? Isothermal process. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
15, 12. This one is right now for me, volume versus temperature graph for a given mass of an ideal gas as shown in figure at two different values of constant pressure. What can be inferred about the relation between P1 and P2? And this is also a diagrammatic question. So he has given me the data somewhere here. Let me check what is the data given. It is a graph between volume versus temperature. So just now we know we have done volume versus temperature will be equal to your constant. That means tan theta is nothing but slope. Tan theta will be inversely proportional to your nRT. That means I can write here directly inversely proportional to the pressure. So V by T is inversely proportional to the slope. So this one is your theta 1 and this one is your theta 2. Obviously, tan theta 2 is greater than of your tan theta 1. So it is 1 by P2 will be greater than 1 by P1. So I can write here right now from this one, P1 will be greater than of your P2. P1 will be greater than P2. See, simple question, but still only diagrammatic understanding. That's it. Same previously. Next one. 16th one. Two isothermally insulated vessels, 1 and 2 are being filled with air at a temperature T1 and T2. See, don't need to do more than this type of a model is better. You do this assignments only twice and thrice, but just increase the speed. Don't try to go for a very big calculated type of equations and don't waste your time behind this chapter. A formula based chapter, 99% direct question. Only thing is recollection of the data on the time on the spot is required for this chapter. And that can be done only through the revision. If you don't revise and if you be overconfident that I know it, but you might be doing the simple mistakes. So in order to avoid that one, make sure that you try to do any one assignment and try to do it repeatedly. And try to do limited number of questions on each assignment beta in each subtopic, and don't try to go behind some hundreds and hundreds of your questions for the each topics. Okay. Chalo. Question number 16. Two isothermally insulated vessels, 1 and 2 are being filled with the air at a temperature T1 and T2, volume V1 and V2, and pressure P1 and P2 respectively. If the value joining the two vessels is opened, okay, if the valve is not a value, it should be a valve, it should be joining the two vessels has been opened, the temperature inside the vessel at equilibrium. This is also something in important relation, which generally we do it in the regular classes. We need to derive this complete condition, otherwise it will be not possible to do this one. So let me do the question once again. Two isothermally insulated vessels, 1 and 2 have been filled with air at a temperature T1 and T2, volume V1 and V2, and pressure P1 and P2 respectively. The valve joining the two vessels has been opened. The temperature of inside the vessel at equilibrium is asking. That means common temperature is asking. So let me draw the diagram for this one. Yeah, question number 16. We got a two vessels like this. And we got the gas molecules in this one. And this both of them are now connected by a valve. Is been opened. So the gases will be transferring in this one and they will try to attain a common temperature. So from the ideal gas equation, the number of moles in this one is, say, for example, N1 and this one is N2. So I can write total number of moles should be equal to your N1 plus N2, Dalton's law. So PV is equals to nRT. We know the relation. PV is equals to N into RT. So N value will be equal to PV by your R into T. So I can write here right now for this relation, the pressure will be equal to your, this one is nothing but of your P1 V1 divided by your R constant. This is T1 plus of your, this will become for me P2 V2 divided by your R into your T2 must be equal to your P. Total volume must be equal to your V1 plus of your V2 into R into common temperature of this one is, say, for example, T0. So if I'm taking LCM for this one right now somewhere here, so this will be equal to R is anyhow constant. So this will get cancelled in this one. So this the LCM for this one is T1 into your T2. So T1 into T2, if I'm multiplying here, this will become for me P1 V1, T1 T1 gets cancelled. So this will become for me P2 plus if I'm multiplying with this one T1 T2, T2 T2 gets cancelled. So this will be equal to P2 V2 into your T1. So that will be equal to P into V1 plus of your V2 divided by your T0. So if I'm talking about your T0, so T0 will become how much for me? If I'm taking this one everywhere, so this will go here right now. So this is P into V1 plus of your V2 and T1 and T2 will go here right now. So this is T1 and T2 divided by this total term will come down. So it is P1 V1 into T2 plus of your P2 V2 into your T1. So this is something which you need to do like this. Seeing options itself will generally get scared. What type of calculation is it? But the answer for this one coming out from C in a simple condition. Is it clear for everyone?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
ठीक है ना?
Yes, sir.
So I can write, just multiply with that one, we'll get the answer. It says P1 V1 into your T1 and T2 part of relation, isn't it? So V1 plus V2 का जो statement था, so multiply कर लो, will be asked to automatically getting the answer for that. चलो. Question number 17. Figure shows the graphs of the pressure versus density, and this is also important graph again right now. So what is the condition right now here? See, pressure versus density for an ideal gas of two temperatures T1 and as well as of your T2. Which of the following option is your correct right now? Pressure versus density relation, beta. Just now we written rho is equals to Pm divided by R into T. That means P by rho if I am taking, this rho will go here right now. So it will become for me RT divided by your M. R into T divided by your M. So I can write here right now for the given condition, density is equals to your mass by volume. Yeah, it is related between density and pressure. Na? So which is density? Hmm. The figure shows the graph between pressure versus density. So it should be density here, right? So this is making an angle theta 1, and this is making an angle of theta. Okay. So P by rho, then which of the following in terms of temperature? Pressure versus rho. So P by rho is directly proportional to temperature. Okay. So this P by rho will give me what? Tan theta slope that is directly proportional to your temperature. So slope of your theta 1 is greater than theta 2. Obviously, then theta 1 should be greater than of your theta 2. First option. Okay. Chalo. 2016 again neat question. See how simple it is again. Directly on ideal gas equation. A given sample of an ideal gas occupies a volume V at a pressure P and absolute temperature T. The mass of each molecule of the gas is given as small m. Which of the following gives the density of your gas? So we just know the density of a gas formula. So density is equals to your Pm by your R into T. So I can write the relation right now. So what is asking is, let me check with the
Mass of
options.
each molecule.
Yeah. So for this one, I can write the relation right now for what is asking the problem in the problem. Density of the gas is asking. Density is equals to Pm by your R into your T. Capital R is not there. So I can write in terms of your Boltzmann's constant. Yesterday itself, I told you what is a Boltzmann's constant. K is equals to your
R is
R
equal
by
to K
your
by N.
Avogadro number. Isn't it?
R is equal to K by N.
K by?
N.
Sorry, it should be K by M. What I can write then this one? R by M is equals to how much we got density? Density is equals to P into capital M divided by R into T. So R by capital M can be written as R by capital M can be written as K by your M. Boltzmann's constant. So rho will be equal to P into small m divided by T into your K. So it should be equal to
Solution.
Avogadro's law and Dalton's theory combinedly explains for me. Which one better? Avogadro's law and
Charles'
Dalton's
law.
law theory combinedly explains me the Gay-Lucas law, not Charles' law. Avogadro's law bhi hai na beta? Chalo. What represents the Charles law beta? Constant pressure, constant volume,
Constant
constant
pressure.
temperature. So it should be constant pressure. A. What represents your Boyle's law? Obviously temperature constant. So it should be a constant temperature. One word
Constant
answer.
temperature.
This is again very important. 22. An inflated rubber balloon contains 1 mole of an ideal gas as a pressure P, volume V, and temperature T. If the temperature rises to 1.1 T and the volume is increased to 1.05 V, then the final pressure will become how much Fermi? Again, for this one, PV will be equal to how much Fermi or constant. I'm writing here something right now here. PV is equals to N into R into T, which will become Fermi or constant. And a PV by T will be equal to your constant I can write. So I can write here P1 V1 by your T1 plus of your P2 V2 divided by your T2 will be equal to your how much right now from the given relation. So we need to write the relation right now. PV and V1 is equals to constant. That means it should be equal now. So constant and I can take right now here P1 V1 must be equal to your P2 V2 divided by your T2. So I need the value of P2. So P2 will become for me P1 V1 into your T2. P1 V1 T2 will go here right now. Divided by this will become for me T1 into your V2. So P1 into P1 is nothing but of your P. What is happening? Can anyone tell me? Inflated rubber balloon contains 1 mole of an ideal gas. So anyhow, n value is 1, has a pressure P, volume V, and temperature T initially. If the temperature rises to 1.1, okay, and the volume increases to 1.05, okay, so the T2 is increasing to 1.1 times. So P1 is nothing but P, V1 is nothing but V. This is 1.1 times of your capital T divided by T1 is nothing but of your capital T into your volume V2 is becoming 1.05 times of your V. See what is happening is cutting here right now. This pressure, sorry, there is no pressure cutting. This volume, this temperature and this temperature will get cancelled. So this is coming out for me approximately how much? This is 1.1 into P divided by 1.05. Okay, so this is your P2. So it is 1.1 divided by 1.05. So calculation on the question number 22. So what are the options given for me? 1.1 P, P lesser than P, between P and 1.1 P. Okay, we need to do the conditions right now. Okay. - 1.1 divided by 1. So it should be 1.1 divided by P. P కంటే కూడా తక్కువ రాదు. So it will be not possible by lesser than of your P. So where is this one? Sorry. So 1.1 P, it will not even be P. Less than P is not possible. So it should be between
will
P
be
and
middle.
P. So without much calculation, you can do this question with the help of your assumption, because the option will be right now. See, anything divided by a larger number will be not be equal to P or not lesser than that one. So obviously it should be somewhere in between your P2 should be your right now. I can say should be lesser than 1.1 and P, because it is 1.1 divided by 1.05. Obviously, the value will be lesser than 1.1, but not greater than that one. But it can't be lesser than P. So it should be ranging between P and 1.1. So that will be the answer for this one. So it should be equal to how much? Between P and 1.1. Sure. 23. Who gave the law of partial pressure? But Charles, Boyles, Gay Lucas, and Dalton. These are something
Dalton.
questions. Uh-huh. 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 Partial pressures of your pressures part.
Dalton is.
Then according to the law of Boyle, which graph is correct? Boyle's law matlab which one beta? Temperature remains
PV is
constant.
equal to constant.
PV is equals to your constant. If I'm using the relation PV is equals to constant, so pressure is inversely proportional to volume. Very important graph, which we know it as known as a
Rectangular.
pure hyperbola. Hyperbola. So it is a rectangular hyperbola. So second option will be the answer. Is it clear? First one is not possible. Second one is a rectangular hyperbola. Third one is straight line, not possible. And this is something, this one. Chalo. Question number 25. Which of the following diagram depicts the ideal gas behavior? This, anyone? Has anyone
First
done this?
option.
First option. How did
Yes.
you got it? Which of the following
It's a
diagram?
isobar.
ISO, okay. Ideal behavior. That means from the PV is equals to nRT right now, volume versus temperature. Na? So V by T must be constant. V by T, this is T by T, and this one is right now for me pressure versus your temperature. Sorry, where is this gone? Yeah, this one is PV versus your T. Okay, V by T must be constant for this one. So from an ideal gas equation, I can write the relation PV is equals to your nRT. Yeah, I need to do it. PV is equals to N into your RT. So V by T means it will become for me V by T is equals to N into R divided by P. So pressure must be constant. V by T, pressure must be constant. So first option. Okay. So if I'm taking PV by T, then volume must be constant. D option. ये भी होगा ना PV versus your T graph. इसको देखो, P by T if I'm taking, that will be equal to N into R divided by V. That is also a constant. So in this one, volume should be constant right now. So it is a PV by UT, volume should be constant. ये भी आएगा इसके लिए, मल्टीपल तो नहीं होगा, but roughly you can just check it out with this one. दो में से ये तो नहीं देना चाहिए था, might be some mistake might have been done. Otherwise, this should also be the answer for that. Any of, so we have done with the topic related to the molecular nature and the matter behavior of the gases in the first part. So we'll try to do the remaining questions in the tomorrow session of your class. ठीक है, जरा आप
Okay,
लोग भी इन्वॉल्व करो बेटा, ये पूरा मैं अपने लिए करने की जरूरत नहीं है, क्योंकि आप लोग को रिकलेक्ट होता बल्कि करने का ही रीजन है, ज्यादा कुछ नहीं। आना अलग बात है, रिवीजन करना अलग बात है, और रिप्रोड्यूस ऑन द स्पॉट करना अलग बात है। और इसमें कंपलसरी क्वेश्चन आता है, इससे बढ़ के ऐसे लेवल के बढ़ के कुछ भी नहीं आता। द वेरी सिंपल क्वेश्चंस इन दिस वन। ठीक है,
Yes.
चलो
yes,
ये क्वेश्चन करो प्रीवियस वाले एक बार, आइडियल गैस इक्वेशन के थोड़ा कैलकुलेटिव बेस रहेंगे, बट मैक्सिमम हो जाएगा, 1 घंटे का टाइम लगाए तो मैक्सिमम निकल जाएगा। ठीक है,
yes, sir.
चलो टेक केयर बेटा, बाय।
Thank you, sir.